If you want a historical outfit to look somewhat accurate, one of the most important things are undergarments and the appropriate hairstyle or hat. And to get a historical hat on a budget, you basically have two options. The first option would be to go to a thrift store or charity shop and find a fascinator or a hat that has the appropriate base shape, then take that whole thing apart and redecorate it in an historically accurate style. The second option, if you're a bit more brave, would be to either use a buckram or cardboard base and make your hat from scratch. I'm going to be opting for the latter today, and since I will be using cardboard for my hat, that does mean that my hat will not be water resistant in any way, so I have to be really careful to keep it dry. It's not perfect, but it's great if you want to make a hat on a budget, and this being a relatively small project also means that I can use up fabric scraps I already have instead of buying new materials.
My hat is going to be based on the shape of an oval. I'm just going for a very simple oblong hat crown that I'll be decorating later. But the base of that is just a very simple, straightforward oval shape, and I'm going to cut little incisions along the center of each side of that oval to give my hat the round shape it needs to fit my head. I'm going to overlap the cardboard along those incisions and tape it down so that the oval turns into this bowl-like shape. I'm going to mark the amount by which I overlap the cardboard at those incisions, and then I'm going to take the tape off again and cut out the fabric to cover the hat. I'm taking a bit of purple satin remnant to line the hat, and then I'm using some burgundy wool fabric scraps to cover my hat from the outside. I'm also adding the little incisions on my wool fabric. And then I went ahead and glued the satin to the inside of my cardboard. I ended up having to cut the satin open as well so that I could then overlap the cardboard again to give the hat its proper shape. Next, I placed my wool fabric onto the hat and started pinning it in place with sewing pins that I just punched through the cardboard. It's very important that you make sure that the fabric sits smoothly over the hat without any creases or wrinkles. And at one point that meant that I had to cut the slit in the wool fabric a little bit deeper just so it fit over the cardboard base nicely. Trim away the excess of the lining, and then you also want to trim down the outer fabric, but leave a little bit of seam allowance as we're going to be folding that to the inside of the hat. You want to snip the seam allowance and then fold everything to the inside and pin it. And this hat is a little bit of a hazard at the moment, but we'll sew this down. And at this point it's pretty much a lethal weapon, but then I'm going to go in and stitch this down. Now it is cardboard, which is hard to sew through but not impossible. So I'm just going to be sewing the fabric in place around the bottom edge of my hat. And I'm going to use tiny stitches on the outside so that the stitching doesn't show. Time to decorate. I did a little bit of research and I decided to go with a little fan or seashell decoration just made from more felt scraps, and I decided on a nice magenta to offset the burgundy a little bit. I also debated using pale pink, but the magenta is just going to match the dress I have in mind, and the brighter color also makes a bolder statement, which I like. Essentially these are just somewhat rectangular strips that I pleated at the bottom before then trying a few different ways of pinning them to the hat. And also, by the way, originally I wanted to wear the hat horizontally like so, but then I decided that I would probably end up wearing it vertically on my head, so This is going to also determine where the decoration goes. For women's hats, decoration always goes on the right side, so that's what I'm doing here. And I'm also doing my best to cover up the place where the fabric overlapped from where we covered the hat earlier. This wasn't quite it yet, so I decided to add a third little ruffle at the back as well, so I ended up with 3 felt ruffles like so, and it took a little bit of trial and error and lots of pinning and repinning before I could finally sew that down. Finally, I attached a little comb on the inside to keep my hat in place, and you can just get these off of eBay. I'll link them down below. These are also known as veil clips, and you can use them with pretty much anything. You can use them for hats, for veils, just anything that you want to keep in place without having to worry about it. So I attached one of those little veil combs to the inside, which makes it really easy to keep the hat on my head.
And this is how the hat turned out. This is just a little makeshift vintage outfit that I put together. And if you want to see the full 40s look, make sure to subscribe, as I am planning to make a full 40s dress, and of course there will be a video for that as well. So stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.